Hi, it's Mick Fekula. The purpose of this video is to show you how to navigate through our course, and I'll do that by illustrating what's in the buttons to the left here. We'll start with the top one. I've got a link that explains how to do the course in textual form, as well as another link to this very video right there. So you'll want to read through everything in the buttons as well as what's on the screen here. The announcements buttons takes you back to the course entry point, so every time you enter the course you'll see an area with announcements, and you'll notice again the welcome introductory information. There's also something else here, and this thing is called the SoundCloud. Sometimes I will post announcements in audio form, and if you hit the play button, the announcements will start playing, so you want to listen to those, and there's also a textual form of those as well in case you don't want to take the time to listen to the same audio announcement there. But again, pay attention to your announcements every week. They're not usually about course content. They're more about our course processes and what has happened in the past or what will happen. My contact information is listed there. Please feel free to contact me any time of day or night. And of course, if I'm unavailable, I'll respond to your message at some other time as soon as possible. Colleague backgrounds. One of our goals is to develop a learning community, and in doing so, as soon as you post your introductory information, I'll consolidate all of that into one link here so you can have a quick reference alphabetically to everyone in the course, what their first name is, where they're from, what they do, and things like that, so you can get to know each other better. There's a link for the syllabus. I won't go over all of that information right now, but it's all there in textual form on the screen. If you page down, there is also an electronic file, which is better for printing purposes if you choose to print it out. But all of the course requirements are there, so you want to pay attention to that very carefully. And in that regard, we also have a syllabus process quiz. I ask you to take that quiz. It will not count towards your grade in the course, but it will help to familiarize you with various aspects of the syllabus by answering questions about the syllabus to ensure that you've read it carefully. And I'll exit that right now. Required books in the course, you want to ensure that you have the books listed here in the same year in addition. That's important because some of the assignments in the course refer to specific pages in those particular books. You want to ensure you have those so that they align correctly. Cases, any case material will be listed here. There are internet links in some cases or PDF files, so you don't have to worry about getting the case material outside of the course since it's listed here. The main portion of our course is the discussion board area. So you'll proceed here every week for guidance on what needs to be done. The top 3 discussion forums, as we call them, will stay the same every week. If you have general questions about our course processes, I encourage you to post them here, like this question which I posted, and it just says I have a question. In order to post a question, you hit the Create Thread button, and then it operates pretty much like an email system. So you put a subject there and what your question would be. Going back to the main discussion board, weekly summaries, I'll post summaries of the lessons, and I ask you to read those as a way to close the loop on the prior week's comments. Group assignments, there's no group work in the course, but you are assigned to a particular group 1 through 4, and then each week as you look at particular lessons, such as lesson 1B, those assigned to group 1 will answer question 1B, and that way we won't have redundancy with 18 people answering the same question every week. However, please note that you have to do at least 2 replies, including the people who answered that particular question. So in every one of these forums, you have to do 2 replies to the answers offered, although you're not required to provide an answer to a question in every single forum. There are many lectures listed in the course, and these are in textual form in this area, and you can download those Word files. But also, as you look in the discussion board, you'll notice the employment of various technologies to communicate the same information. In this first lesson, we'll click on that, and again, this is an audio file that will play, and it discusses, in this particular case, what the trade approach is. So each lesson, wherever applicable, you'll see various formats for different information. In this case, a YouTube video plays similar to the one you're viewing right here, and throughout the course you'll notice that information's there as a way to introduce each lection. Case presentation dates. Once the people in this particular course have signed up for dates, we will list the dates upon which those are required. first alphabetically on the left-hand side, and then by date it shows you who's up next in the coming weeks of our course. PowerPoints are available by downloading them. There's one on Plato, and then there's also one on each chapter in the Northhouse book. There are optional quizzes in the Northhouse book which you can take. They don't count towards your grade, but you can test yourself to see how well you retain the material. There's a midterm and a final exam. The information about the exam appears on the screen here. But when you actually open your course, you won't see that information until the opening date. Be aware that there's a password required to get in. It's not for security purposes. It just ensures that you don't access the exam before you want to take it, because it's required to be completed once you open it. The same information applies to the final exam. You'll do a leadership portfolio in the course, and you'll submit it in this area. When you click here, you will see that an area to attach a file shows up. Grades. There's a button to look at all of your grades. I won't click that now because I'm in the instructor screen, but it basically shows you all the graded items in the course. There's a way to easily access email and email anyone in the course by clicking on their name and then selecting it in the appropriate box and then following through like a traditional email in the boxes below. Help and support at the Citadel is as follows: the help desk if you have questions about how your system is working or not working, and then also the Academic Support Center number and email is here in case you need help with regard to course content and learning. There's a Blackboard link to Blackboard Corporation for helps about how the whole system actually works, and then toward the end of the course you'll see a course evaluation button to evaluate the course, but at this point that's not available to you. And what you're seeing down here is a course management system, which is privy to the instructor, so you will not see that in your particular course area when you access that. And that should take care of the information you need to navigate for now. If there's any questions, please feel free to post those to the discussion board in this area. We ask you to do it there as opposed to emailing, because we want everyone to be able to see the answer to the question that you asked, because they may have the same concern. Thanks.